So
Exactly.
I pulled up the question, and it's do you keep the covenants you made in the temple, including wearing the temple garment as instructed in the endowment?
Boom.
Like,
there you go.
it is not just, hey, so how are your underwear? It's like, are you keeping the promises you made in the temple? Like,
don't make it weird. Yep.
Okay, so, and I do want to just address some of the things that I've been seeing circulating online about this topic. And I think it's interesting because a lot of the pain and frustration with garments, we can totally feel compassion for, right? Because we've experienced ourselves. It's like you're hungry when you're fasting too. Okay, yeah, we're on the same page. But I think there's also an element of it that's a little bit sinister. It's a little bit like we've got some good stuff and then we've got some lies mixed into it, and it starts to feel kind of dishonest. And I want to address it because I think it could be easy to fall into because it sounds kind of good, but it's actually twisted. And so one that comes to mind is, and I'm not sure who the originator is, so I won't call anyone out, but there's this idea that if you don't want to wear your garments whenever you choose not to, and then you're asked in a temple recommend interview, are you wearing the temple garment? That the best response you can give to evade this question would be, I don't feel comfortable talking with you about my underwear, or something to that effect, right? Something that's kind of like, ooh, this will make them be quiet about this, right? And it feels kind of right because, yeah, people shouldn't be asking us about our underwear, right? But it's actually very, I think, an example of some toxic femininity going on here, where you know full well that this righteous priesthood holder who did not ask to be in this position, was called to this position, did not say yes to it so that he could ask you about your underwear. He is not a pervert who's trying to get into the bedroom, like conversation with you. He is following a house of order protocol for what he asks everyone. And if we were to answer the tithing question or the word of wisdom question or the do you believe in Jesus Christ question by saying, I don't really want to discuss this with you, or that's a personal decision that I have, that's not answering the question and it's not being honest. And so if we're having a moment with something that keeps us from the temple, then we can be honest about that and take time to figure out what we need to be able to be in the temple again and to answer those questions honestly. But I think you're putting yourself in a position where you're blackmailing your stake president or your bishop. You're putting their reputation on the line. You're saying, yeah, don't you dare push this question. Or guess what I could say about you? I could say behind closed doors, you wanted to talk about my underwear. And I think that is vicious. I think that is gross. I think it's inappropriate because that is not what that man signed up to do. He is trying to do his job as a judge in Israel, as a representative of Christ. And he's trying to help you stay accountable to the covenant you made and its associated practices, as Elder Oaks so beautifully laid out for us. And so if we're struggling with stuff, that's fine. That's what the garment represents, is our covering that we need for that. But to put that and twist it and make an uncomfortable situation for a priesthood leader, I think is wholly inappropriate.
Yeah, they're purposely perverting an innocent question.
Yeah.
Well, and is the irony lost? I don't want the irony to be lost on this, that Sister Dennis is the one who gave the talk that had the very controversial statement about how the Church of Jesus Christ gives more power and authority to women than any other organization. So she says that it gets all this backlash from women who want more priesthood power and don't know, how we're not have as much authority. And then the very same woman, Sister Dennis, goes and talks about temple garments and how we're not wearing them properly. So the women who want more priesthood power are choosing not to wear the priesthood garment that they were endowed with power and authorized to wear. So
it's the same women that don't want to set up chairs but want to have priesthood.
Exactly. And I think, and when it comes to the question of that's a personal choice to wear your garment, they're right. It is a personal choice. It's also a personal choice to invite Christ to cover your sin. That's also a personal choice. And so the invitation must be, let's be holier and let's live a higher, holier way. Not let's make ourselves feel better about our weaknesses. Oh, we're all weak. We're all failing. We're all sinners. And let's all try and be better together.
Okay, this has been such an awesome conversation. Thank you, Latter-day Ladies. Feel free, everyone watching, to check out wardradio.com if you want more awesome content and more information and such. Carden has put together a wonderful show, and we do so love being here, and we're so grateful that you took the time. So please like this, follow the things, you know what to do, and have a good day.